Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be looking at 10 benefits to homeschooling. So we've homeschooled our children now for about a year and a half, and before then they were in a flexi school for one full year where they were homeschooled Monday and Friday and in school Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so not been on the journey for very long, but already I've seen so many amazing benefits and I'll be sharing some of them here with you today. Number one is being able to choose the teaching material or curriculum. I guess it depends where in the world that you live, what country you live in, what state in America you live in, and so on. There will probably be differences. Here in the UK, they're fairly flexible and open to you choosing what curriculum you want. Even for us, you can choose the books that you read to your children and what they pick up and read to themselves. Our children were in school for a couple of years and, there they would read any kind of books that we may be not that comfortable with. And for example, our girls were quite sensitive, especially when they were young, about anything to do with monsters and witches and scary stuff. So we were very selective at home what kind of books we would read to them. But when they were in school, the teachers would just pick any sort of book. And some teachers are also very good at acting it out when they're reading, using a specific voice or, and make it sound very realistic. So sometimes our child would come home and say, they read this scary book about witches and, explain how the voice was recreated and things. And so things like that is amazing, where you're homeschooling them and you can choose what books you read and what way you read them and cater it to your child and what they are able to handle as well. And if you have a religious belief, again, you can choose your curriculum according to this, what you want to teach your children. Number two is this teaching method or style that you want to use. So for some people, they, are very heavy academic, some a bit more of an unschooling approach. For some, they have children who have specific, special educational needs, and you can cater your teaching method or style to this child and help them in their education in this way. Also, if there's specific skills that you'd like to include, at the moment we have a whole day on a Friday where we teach them topics that they're interested in, and we teach them skills that they're interested in. So there's more space to be creative, to do art, knitting, sewing, anything like that. Number three would be extra activities. We can expose our kids to so many different activities, trips out, trips to the museums, art galleries. Also, there's space to explore different sports. So we join loads of different clubs and groups and sports. We do specific art lessons with them at the moment. They join a horse care group where they learn how to approach the horses and care for them. And so I just feel like these are extra opportunities that they wouldn't have been exposed to otherwise if they were in school. Number four is extra time with your child. And so this could be a bit hard for some mums. It is for me definitely at times, just being with them all the time and not having a lot of time separate just for me. But it's actually been amazing to have so much extra time with them. It feels like time slows down a little bit. If they're in school, the time just flies by and you don't see them for, 6 hours, maybe more a day. And so we've just loved having our kids around more, spending more time with them. And it's just special. You create more special memories and do more things as a family together. That has been amazing for us. This extra time with them as well helps to impart specific family values that are important to you, to your children. If you spend more time with them, you have more space to, focus on the things that are important to you, to teach them and train them in. Whereas if they're not home as much, it's harder to impart these family values. Number five, this one ties in a little bit with number four, as more talk time. So this literally is just having so much more time for your child to speak to you, to interact with you, to ask questions. Our girls can be a bit shy at times, and one in particular never spoke up in class, very quiet, didn't want to ever raise her hand to ask any questions in the classroom. And so if she's in school, she wouldn't get all her questions answered. Whereas when she's at home, she constantly is asking me questions, constantly curious about things, wants to know how things work, wants to understand situations and things. So constantly asking me, and I'm able to answer all of this for her. So just that time spent together means there is more interaction, and she is getting so much more one-on-one conversation time that she wouldn't have if she's in school. She would probably just be silent for most of that time. Instead, this extra conversation time also allows you to understand your child better, understand what they're curious about. You can even incorporate that into your learning that you do as well. Number 8 is be emotionally available. Being with your children all day long and with them being home with you, you're actually emotionally available to them. If there's anything that's upsetting them or difficult that they're trying to work through, you are there to talk through those things and help support them in that way. If they're away from you at school for long periods of time, you're not right there to help them, especially when they're young. They go to school when they're so young over here in the UK at 4.5, and so at that point they're still so emotionally immature in many ways, and so they need that support. Number 7 is being aware of social interactions, and so one aspect of this is being able to have more of control of who their friends are. You know their friends and the social groups that they hang out with, because you would be the one taking them to these social groups, and you are mostly there during the social, and so if there's any issues, you are there and you're aware of them. And I've had loads of times with my children where straight after, in the car on the way home, my girls would bring up things that's happened or that was said, and we could talk through that straight away. And I could be there as a sense of support for them as well, and be the adult voice into the situation, give them a different perspective perhaps, and just help them deal with all those emotions and feelings that they have. The amazing thing is when you take them to social groups and homeschooling, you are there with them within an hour or two of the incident that's happened or the thing that was said or whatever, to be there for them. And so I've really loved being able to do that. But 8 is being able to have holidays in term time. So of course this is much cheaper than it would be in the school holidays, and so we've been able to go on quite a few trips and not only have it cheaper, but have it much more quiet as well, and also go for whatever length of time we wanted to go away for as long as we wanted to. So that's been a good benefit for sure. Number 9 is to be flexible. This is not only in what you teach and how you teach and all of this, but also with your time. And we've had grandparents last minute visit, and we could just stop everything that we're doing and spend time with family members instead of having the kids in school all day and not really seeing them much. So that's been amazing for us, where we could just be flexible in our schedule and carve out time for important things. We've also had last minute family trips, opportunities that have come up. There's also been a very nice sunny day, which we don't get often in England, so we do need to make the most of it, where we can just drop our schoolwork and go to the beach or be outside, be in the garden and enjoy that time, and pick up the schoolwork later that afternoon or on the next day or even over the weekend. And so we can just be flexible with when we do schoolwork and when we spend time outside or with family and do spontaneous trips as well. And lastly, number 10, it's avoiding the crowds. So most things we do, we choose within the school day when it's quiet, and we don't have to do school run. We don't hit the afternoon traffic. We often go to museums or art galleries and places like that during the school day when it is quiet, and definitely avoid school holidays for places that would typically be quite busy. And so that's been really nice for all of us, and we've actually felt quite spoiled to be able to do so many things when it's been so quiet in the daytime or in term time when everyone else is at school. So that's my list of 10 benefits to homeschooling. It's been an amazing journey so far. See you in the next one. Bye.